This summer, serve up the Cookout Classics, Heinz Ketchup, and Kraft Singles. Every good burger needs a layer of perfectly melty cheese and thick, rich ketchup. We all know it's not a cookout without Heinz and Kraft.
Morning decisions. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
What up? It's Interview Style, where we talk about movies or whatever. Iris, I'm presenting to you for the first time here at Interview Style at orwhatevermovies.com a free-form movie thought experiment. Ready?
Ooh. That was yes.
Okay, go.
You're going to give me some parameters here?
Nope. This is a free-form movie thought experiment. Iris, go.
What makes it a movie thought experiment?
I forget what we discussed in our last one of our last interview styles, where I just liked the way the conversation evolved. We went places I didn't expect it. It happens with pretty much every interview style or movie discussion. But I wanted to see where we would go if we started randomly. Iris, go.
So 0 prompt, broad category, movies.
Say something about movies.
Okay. I think that there could be a really compelling, dramatic, even thrilling Jeopardy drama.
Oh, man, he's so beloved. He's like the Mr. Miyagi of game shows. I miss Alex Trebek. But then would it be Ken Jennings and how he ascended to the position? Would it be Mayim Bialik, how she was announced as co-host and then was kind of dropped? Like, that was weird. And not how Vanna... All she wanted in her renegotiations, Vanna White, a household name and a cultural institution? No, that's Wheel of Fortune. My bad.
What about the winningest Jeopardy contestant ever?
Ken Jennings, who's now the host.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
But he was announced as co-host because he's not a television personality. And Mayim Bialik, who is very, very smart, was announced as co-host and then dropped.
Like a newsroom style, behind the scenes, super stressful. Let's get Jeopardy to air.
When it's first starting out, Saturday Night style?
Saturday Night style with a Rosie Perez cameo.
Oh, that's pretty good. I know that Vanna White is a non-related tangent. Give Vanna White her money. When she tried to re-up her contract after Pat Sajak retired, all she was asking for was half of his salary at the time he retired. Oh. Do you know who Vanna White is? Yes, everybody knows. Give Vanna her money. Vanna should host. Ryan can press the letters.
Until they give her her due. That could be their protest.
Ryan Seacrest seems perfectly happy being the multi-host, the jack of all trades, master of none. He does everything. But not like the main thing. I guess the only thing that's truly Ryan Seacrest's is his podcast, right? Otherwise, he's hosting long-established game shows. He's side-hosting American Idol. He's hosting Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve like 12 or 13 years after Dick Clark is gone.
But think about it. He does it all as Ryan Seacrest. And so even if it is other people's shows, it's his brand. And really it's him. It's his personality, which we all know and love, and which is so versatile that it can be utilized in so many different situations. It's like performance art.
Have we seen Ryan Seacrest in a movie yet as himself? I would have thought he would have used that, like the platform, to launch into movies and stuff or to his own thing. But he seems content where he is. And where he is everywhere, of course.
Right, and it's a personality as Ryan Seacrest as opposed to a parody of Ryan Seacrest. He's the man.
Look at this. I mean, he's no Rick Dees, who was in La Bamba, at least in voice. He was in movies. And in your heart.
I'm in his. He said, Iris, I love you. Rick Dees.
Do you have this for proof that you could post on Or Whatever Movies' Instagram?
I'm really sad to say that last time I looked in my memory box, I didn't have it. It's got to be somewhere at Mom's with my Weeples and my homecoming crown.
Tiara? Or a crown.
Yeah, tiara. Well, same diff. And so the last thing I'll say is, remember when we did an interview style about what genres need a resurgence?
Yes.
I think that the Edge style, River Wild, nature, adventure, horror dramas are ready for a comeback.
Okay. Man versus nature, and in doing so, versus himself?
Yes.
Man. I thought you were going to say the Good Night and Good Luck House of Dynamite style control room thrillers. But who, if we're doing the Jeopardy one, well, I guess Lorne Michaels is famous for Saturday Night, but who would be does it matter? Does he have to be like a recognizable name? Or because I don't think Alex Trebek was involved behind the scenes. He was just the ultra beloved host, right?
I think there's a lot more going on behind that mustache than you think.
Except he lost a mustache in later years. Wouldn't that be heartbreaking to go so far in the evolution of Jeopardy in that movie that we would get to Alex Trebek, cancer-stricken, no mustache having Alex Trebek?
Was the lack of mustache due to cancer?
I don't know, but it was iconic. It's like Geraldo. You don't know who Geraldo is because you're like 30. But Geraldo was known for the mustache.
Well, after his safe opening stunt, he was never the same.
Yeah. What if Steve Harvey showed up to host something without his mustache? People would riot.
Don't they riot every night on Family Feud?
I don't know. But he has become the personality of shows like that, too, where he's always the host, never the bride, or whatever that expression is.
Never the guest?
Yeah. They've done this thing recently, at least the stuff that I've seen, where he's like no surprises, no like mystery guest, and they keep hitting him with people from his past that make him full on ball on stage and cry and hug people and stuff. These people, I didn't have anything, and they helped me out and gave me food.
Was this like a Steve Harvey, This Is Your Life?
Yeah, it's like, hey, Steve, and he's like, oh, man, and he's like crying and stuff and just like freaking out, and he was my best friend, and he saved me from being bullied and stuff, and you're like, it's like they know the button, and people are like shocked to see Steve Harvey cry, so they definitely position it so that they can embarrass him and make him cry, mostly on his birthday, where they trudge out someone from his past.
Who's the they in this story?
One of the producers.
For what?
Because he's the Steve Harvey show. And they're like, yeah, sorry about this, Steve. And he's like, you're sorry? Okay, let's see who this call is. And then it's someone that makes him cry.
Oh, it's kind of sweet, but I'm sure it's just a stunt, like a PR stunt.
It's what the people want, dude, is the crying, especially from people like Steve Harvey, who are like, he's not a tough guy, but he's like a commanding talk show. He's like the leader, right, in these situations.
He does the thing. Who does this all the time? Steve Harvey does the thing where he just repeats what somebody says, but in such a way that he's making fun of you. But all he's doing is verbatim repeating. I watched a lot of Family Feud when we were in Cincinnati this past holiday, and it would be like, what is the party person bring to the party? And then the person's like, Sam Jackson. And then Steve Harvey pauses and says, Sam Jackson, and looks at the board.
Number one, I do that because I'm hilarious. Number two, Jimmy Carr, the comedian, does that kind of a lot. And I think it's a stalling tactic because he's mostly doing crowd work and reacting to what they're saying. And when it's off script and when you're put off guard, repeating it, like, oh, could you is that what you said? I'm clarifying the statement or the question that you just asked, gives you a second where you don't have an original thought to formulate said original thought, and it makes you seem quick on your feet.
So I'm going to start doing that instead of laughing.
When you're uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Sounds good. You're also supposed to like stare at people's forehead or chin when you're talking to them, and that makes them self-conscious. And you're supposed to like ask people who don't like you for small favors. Like, hey, can I borrow a pen? And even though they don't like you, they'll still give you a pen. And then psychologically, subconsciously, they'll be like, oh, I must like this person because I gave them a pen. I did them a favor.
Whoa. And then what? You don't return the pen or something
No, I mean, you do. It's just how to overcome certain things using psychological tricks. And I think the repeating thing is a delaying tactic so that you seem like you're more on top of it. Number one, you're listening and processing the question while also giving yourself a second to kind of gather yourself, especially when it's improv.
Okay.
Interesting, though, how a free-form movie thought experiment kind of evolved, though, don't you think?
Well, let's see. We covered Jeopardy.
Relatively little movie stuff.
Nature, thriller, adventure films, and then somehow came full circle to Family Feud and Steve Harvey.
Yep, because Steve Harvey is the man. And then there's that thing where he looks like a cheeseburger.
As you'll see at our Instagram for Or Whatever Movies or at orwhatevermovies.com, wherever you get podcasts.
Nobody would have thought that our freeform movie thought experiment would end with the Steve Harvey cheeseburger. Thanks for playing. Okay, love you, bye.
Welcome, explorers of the human experience. This is Let's Talk Soul, and I'm your host, Claudia Monticelli. We're not afraid of the great mysteries of existence here. Soul versus consciousness, we're on it. Spirituality versus science, we've got that covered too. Join us in navigating these profound topics with wisdom, curiosity, and a dash of audacity. Whether you're a spiritual veteran or just starting your journey, Let's Talk Soul is your passport to the unknown. Let's Talk Soul, diving into the depths of the human spirit. Subscribe now wherever you get your podcasts.
The Geo-Godfather Wars is an all-new podcast giving you the real talk on understanding how geopolitics impacts you and your world. Join your host, Barack Senior, and me, Leah Tedrow, each week as we unpack the complexities, strategies, and players running the world, and how those forces affect your everyday life and decisions, whether you know it or not. Available wherever you listen to your podcasts. See you there.
Electric acid. Electric acid.